All right, let's talk about something that gets all of us. Money. Specifically, the wild and, sometimes really frustrating psychology behind it.
So, let me ask you something. Have you ever done something with your money that just makes no sense? You should be saving. You know you don't need that thing, but you buy it anyway. And then you're just looking at your bank statement like, why? Why did I do that? It happens to the best of us, right? And that's exactly what we're going to get into.
And that's the perfect lead-in for today. Welcome to Book Talk Finance. This is where we dive into some of the most important books about money and, well, how our brains work.
The book we're talking about today is Psych Yourself Rich by the fantastic financial journalist Farnoosh Torabi. And she has spent a ton of time figuring out this exact puzzle. Why is there such a huge gap between what we know we should do with our money and what we actually end up doing?
So, what's really going on here? Well, the book makes a really powerful point. The problem isn't that we don't have enough information. We are drowning in financial advice, aren't we? No, the real issue is our behavior. It's all about these hidden patterns in our minds that are really running the show.
And Torabi has a great name for this, the behavioral bubble. Just think about the 2008 housing crisis for a second. People weren't looking at spreadsheets and logic. They were caught up in this huge wave of emotion, this feeling that things could only go up and up. That is the behavioral bubble. It's that moment when our feelings just completely take over and shove logic right out the window.
So what's fueling this bubble? It comes down to something we all have, cognitive biases. And don't worry, that's just a fancy term for mental shortcuts. As Professor Jay Ritter explains, they're basically mental barriers. Our brains are hardwired to find the easiest path. But, well, sometimes that easy path needs us right off a financial cliff.
So here's the bottom line. Our emotions are, a lot of the time, the biggest enemy of our financial success. They can make us feel like geniuses, so we take crazy risks, or they can scare us so much that we do nothing at all. Remember that Vespa the author talks about? That was totally an emotional purchase. It wasn't about logic. It was about feeling good right now.
Okay, but it is not all bad news. Actually, this is the great part. If the problem is in our heads, then the solution is too. And that brings us right to the heart of the book, how we can actually psych ourselves rich and take back control.
Think about the usual financial advice you hear. It's all about rules, right? Budgets, do's and don'ts. It's all about what should I do? But this approach, it flips that completely. It focuses on your mindset. It asks a way more powerful question. Why do I do it? So it's not about following a recipe. It's about understanding the chef, which is you.
So the real goal here isn't just to get better with spreadsheets. It's about getting better at managing your own brain. The whole idea is that real, lasting wealth comes from building that mental muscle, that discipline to be your own captain, no matter how choppy the waters get. All right, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? So let's get practical. We're going to look at two really powerful, actionable ideas from the book that you can use to start building your own financial blueprint, like starting today.
First things first, I want you to ask yourself a really important question. And I mean really think about it. Forget what TV shows or social media tells you rich is. What does being rich truly mean to you? It has to be more than just a dollar amount. Your own personal definition of rich. It's got to be bigger than just your paycheck. It's about having that emergency fund so you can actually sleep at night. It's saving for your future, saving for those big milestones. It means getting rid of that debt that's been hanging over your head. It's that feeling of security. See, it's a whole vibe, not just a number.
Okay, idea number 2. This one tackles one of our biggest mental hurdles. We are obsessed with the now. We want the fun thing now, the reward now, and we so often sacrifice our future for it. The key is to break that cycle. We have to start thinking about and actually caring about our future selves.
And the book gives us a really simple way to do this. Think 5 years ahead. It's just 4 steps. 1, figure out where you are right now, honestly. 2, decide where you actually want to be in 5 years. 3, and I love this one, be a little pessimistic. Plan for things to go wrong because they probably will. And 4, build a bridge, a strategy that connects who you are today to who you want to be then.
Okay, so let's pull all this together. The problem isn't the math, it's our mindset. The solution is to get our psychology right. We've got a couple of solid steps to get started. So, what's the big takeaway here? What's your next move?
It really boils down to this incredible quote from Napoleon Hill that's featured in the book, "Both poverty and riches are the offspring of thought." Wow, just let that sink in. Your financial life doesn't start with your paycheck.
It starts right between your ears. Everything, every choice, every habit, it all begins with how you think.
I really hope this book talk gave you a new lens to look at your own finances. If you enjoyed this and you want more discussions about the books that really make you think, do us a huge favor and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today.